Hello everyone, welcome back. This is now Dreadout all in one. So the 4 achievements we can't really get all at the same time, but the achievement I'm going for is called Take It Easy. Beat the game with all the experience settings turned on. And there's another one for My Way or the Highway, so pretty much you have to turn all the clues off. Of course you can't do this in one playthrough, so you pick and choose what you want to do. So the witching hour is played Dreadout on a Thursday night, and YOLO beat Act 1 without dying. So this is Act 0. The first achievement we're going to go for is called Flashes Before Your Eyes. As soon as you leave the room, you'll find Ira walk away from you, and you'll find a ghost to the left. Once you go down this corridor here, you realise then the ghost is actually following you. So don't be a bitch and actually go after the ghost and take a picture. And you'll gain an achievement for Flashes Before Your Eyes. This doesn't count towards your Ghostpedia because this is the demo level. So the next achievement, this will be story related anyway, so you'll probably get this loads of times anyway, but basically you have to die. So once you die, you'll get Are We Dead Yet achievement. So pretty much you entered the limbo. Basically what the YOLO achievement is on Act 1, do not enter limbo. Okay, for the achievement for Olympian Medalist, I can't verify how long you have to run, but you have to run a continuous amount of time. So I think it's not that big because I've done it in Act 0, just playing normally. So if you keep running off and on, you'll get the achievement anyway, so it's not really a difficult one to get. You'll just get it in time. So that pretty much sums up Act 0. Of course, this is not a walkthrough, just an all-in-one for all the collectibles, the achievements and so forth. Okay, so as soon as we start in Act 1, we'll leave the car. You'll talk to your sister Ira. You don't have to, but once you talk to her, she'll say, take my picture, and do what she says. Take a picture. And then speak to Donnie to actually continue on with the story, or else you can't do anything. Right, once you continue on, you'll get to the town now. So once you find the town border, or the banister, you want to go down this way here. Keep going to the right hand side. If you look to the right of the buildings, or look at the buildings when you're running right, you should notice a gap in between the buildings. But the last building on the right before it cuts to grass is the doorway we need to enter. So go down, or don't go down the gap, go in this doorway here. But if you really want to go down the back entrance, you can. I don't think anything really happens, it's just a noise happens. And it freaked me out, so I turned around. So the Keris, once we leave the door, we want to go continue up the street until we get to a van on the left side of the road. Do not go inside this building yet, because there will be an article on the last table to your right. Right now you can see it right there on the screen. That's where your next collectible will be. So at the moment we're going to get this Keris thing. So behind this building you should find, I believe it's like bundled up with some rocks. And then you'll find the Keris right there. Yeah, it is rocks. Just on a rock and you'll find it. So Article, Mystery Journal. So from what I remember, I've actually finished all the game, and I actually had to redo a voiceover because I didn't like how I had a faulty microphone, so I had to send it back to get it right. So for the Mystery Journal, this will basically be in the house, or the outside of the restaurant I should say, on the tables to the left, the last tables. And as soon as you do that, you should get the achievement for Kepo, if I even said that right. So the next collectible will be a soldier medal 2 of 3. So pretty much go to the other side of the street and go into the gas station section. Once you've done this, you'll find an overturned I was going to say an overturned bus, but I don't think there's an overturned bus there. No, but there is a bus there. Not overturned. But anyway, go to the gas station next to the bus. You will find the Soldier Medal 2 of 3. Just to let you guys know, you need to gain all 3 of these medals to be able to get one of the ghosts. The ghost will not appear unless you get these medals. So once you go further up, so you're very close to the school now. So once you come to this split section here, so where the road splits left and right, ignore where they go onto the grassy section and you'll find a tower or a statue. And then you want to go to the statue to find the soldier medal. Once you have found that, the next article will be from the last location. Now you want to head towards the school. So follow the pathway, it's your best bet. And then you should be directly outside the school gates. But before we enter the school, look in one of these urn things and you'll find the next article. Okay, we're now going to go into nighttime. Once you enter the school grounds, do not enter the school itself because we can't come back. So once you leave the school, once it's nighttime now, we're going to find your first ghost. And this is called Poe. I'm not even going to... Some of these ghost names I won't even try to pronounce because I will just kill the name. So I'll just abbreviate the name. So we're going to find the Poe ghost. Also, there is 2 kinds of these ghosts. One that walks around, we found this in Act 0 already, where it has like a, what it's called now, a sickle in his hand. And there's one ghost later on in Act 2 that jumps around. So pretty much go back where the statue was where we found the soldier medal and you'll see these ghosts. There should be 2 of them. So they come in peace. So for this one, we need to wait for the UFOs in the sky to arrive. But for some reason they weren't showing up, so I decided to take some pictures everywhere. And then for some reason I got the achievement. No idea how. And then this is actually me doing the whole game again. And then ta-da! The UFOs actually showed up. So you'll see some lights next to the moon. These will eventually, well, there probably was a road for me, but I was probably impatient on the last time. But I just started taking pictures. But yeah, apparently you need to take the picture of the UFOs. Clearly I didn't, and still got the achievement. So this next ghost, we have found this ghost in Act 0. So basically for this one we have to go all the way back to where we started this town. So go to where the sign was, or the archway, just before we entered the town. There we go. Once we reach the exit of the town, you'll find this mystery woman again. So if you remember, the Act 0, this is where we found this woman. So basically now, we need to actually deal with her. If you entered the school, we wouldn't be able to see her. So once you've dealt with her, make sure you get the Ghostpedia updated. So this will be your second ghost found and killed. So for this ghost one, this will be another Poe one, but on a motorcycle. So pretty much where the woman was on that sign, just keep looking in that direction and you should hopefully see a guy on a bike. But don't worry if you miss him, because he will come back from the other direction. So you just wait again until he arrives. Once he gets close enough, take a picture and you'll get the Ghost Rider achievement and you get I Scan Dead People. So the next achievement we're going to go for is called Attack on Titan. So now we want to go further back now. So we're going to head back to where our red car was. And then on the way back, we'll see this mysterious ghost. Massive thing in the darkness. Of course, if your guys are going for the YOLO achievement, you can't get it on this run through. Just because we have to take damage and die from this ghost to get credit. But before you do that, make sure you take a picture. You've got to be close enough to take a picture to gain the achievement. Then once you gain the achievement, we're now going to go and die on purpose. Because you can't get this Ghostpedia to be updated any other way, I'm afraid. So yeah, get close enough. Boom, as soon as you die, you get the Ghostpedia updated. And the final achievement for this part anyway will be the cloud. So basically with the cloud achievement, all we have to do is save one of our pictures into the gallery and go back to the game itself and we'll gain the achievement. So that is the final achievement for this video anyway, until the next part of Act 1. Of course I've done Act 0 and Act 1 on this part, but the next one will be only Act 1. Because Act 1 is quite a long chapter to actually record stuff anyway. So like I said, the cloud connected achievement, all we have to do is go into the camera option, find any picture and then add it to gallery. Once you've done this, you want to back out to the main game, and then as soon as you back out to the game, you will get the achievement. Okay guys, I'll see you guys and girls in the next one.